this is Golden Kilftira, and today I've put together a guide to Gridania to show you useful places, NPCs and items which are available to you. Now, I love Gridania. It was the first zone I ever experienced in Final Fantasy XIV as a new player. So let's explore a little together and discover all of the wonders in this beautiful forest city. First of all, we are going to start by moving past the main Aeorzean and moving to the Black Rabbit Trader. Now, she has some cheap and simple glamour items here that you might have missed. In particular, I love the dyeable hempen camis and pantalets. Let's have a look at those. So they are in the race gear. There we go. Now the colour itself is an odd choice, but it is a completely dyeable piece of glamour. There we go, that looks better. These are slightly different with the races. I definitely know the Mikoto one is slightly different. And also, if you have either race change, so for example, I do not have the Viera gear because I did a race change, I was originally a Mikoto, you can also pick this up here. There are also items that you may want to buy from the Black Rabbit Trader. There are minions, we have the Cherry Bomb, the Mehmet #1 and the Wayward Hatchling, one of my favourites. You can see him out here. And there's also a couple of Orchestrion rolls, which actually when I checked I hadn't purchased these myself, so this video is actually useful to me too. In terms of what the minions themselves look like, if you don't have them and you're not sure which one to buy, as you can see here, you have the Wayward Hatchling. We have the Fiery Cherry Bomb, who never seems to want to show his face. And here is Mehmet #1. Hopefully he'll do his emote in a moment so I can show you. There he goes, saluting to me, his commander. Okay, we're going to move now over to Tanny the Florist. As you can see here, I'm going to move over to this section. Now, she has some beautiful items for your house, apartment or your free company room, depending on how lucky you are. I know I definitely don't have my own house at the moment. We have here the sumptuous Dimension Castle Vase, the imposing Castle Vase, the Gridanian Bouquet, Basket of Flowers and the Sunflower Bouquet. As you can see, they are ranging in price. However, you can actually purchase these and sell them on the market board. They tend to sell for around 20 to 30,000 gil each. They don't sell very often, but if you are just starting out in your gil making, you can make a little bit of gil without having to put a lot up front in the first place. So we're going to go now to my FC room, because as I said, I don't actually own my own house at the moment, and I will show you what these look like. Please do not judge my FC room. I have not spent a lot of time on it at all. Okay, so here we are at my FC house. I did not do any of these decorations at all. They are beautiful. I just wanted to show you the imposing vases which are here. As you can see them in a much better perspective than in my unfurnished disaster of an FC room. So here are the larger vases here. And then we'll just move to my room to see the other items. Please don't judge, I am planning on spending time doing my room in the future. At the moment I'm just dumping anything I get in my room to somewhere it fits. So obviously we've seen the larger one. Here is the smaller vase. It's called the imposing vase. It's not very imposing, but there we go. And then I've placed the 3 bouquets over here. As you can see, the Gridanian bouquet, basket of flowers and the sunflowers. I quite like the sunflowers. And I think the basket would look quite pretty in different areas. Obviously, it's not in my room at the moment, which is a bit of a cluttery mess. But I have a room, I have a place, it will be beautiful one day. So let's go back to Gridania then. Okay, we are back at the main Aeorzean in Gridania, and we are now going to move to the Grand Company. So we're going to go straight across over to this very large yellow building over here. This is my Grand Company. This is where I buy my ventures so I can send out my retainers and make even more money. At the moment I'm trying to make 20 million gil. I'm very, very close to hitting 20 mil, and then my next target will be 30. So I will make a video about the Grand Companies in more detail, but today I'm just looking at what you can purchase once you have ranked up in that company. I don't want you. I'm not going to do any provisions. Here we go. Serpent Quartermaster. So if we start the lower levels here, as I said before, this is where I purchase all my ventures from for my retainers so I can send them out. If you are leveling crafters and gatherers, definitely buy the manuals here to give yourself a little experience boost so it makes it a lot quicker on the journey up to 80. I also buy my glamour prisms from the Serpent Quartermaster rather than buying them on the marketplace because they are very, very expensive. So they're at the glamour prisms. There are several other interesting items here. So you have several bardings for your chocobo at level 20. You have the half barding, the full plate suit and the crested version. You have several items for your house if you like a military feel. There is also a minion available called the Serpent Hatchling. Here he is here. And several emotes available as well. Materials which are used for some of the master recipes are also here. Please don't make my mistake. I was recently doing some older Realm Reborn glamour items and I couldn't find some of the items, particularly Woot's Ore. And actually Woot's Ore is one of the items available on here that I could have bought for seals. So if you're finding materials you're not sure where to get it from, please check it's not one of these materials on here. Borax was another one that I had to buy. Another key item in your Grand Company is the hump board over here. Now this is something that I've not paid attention to at all. I'm at the moment focusing on the Shadowbringers hump board. I've done a little bit in Heaven's Ward and Stormblood. However, there are a few items that once you've gone through the main storyline, you may wish to come back and have a go at some of these hunts, particularly when we can fly, to get a couple of these items. For example, there are 2 minions on here, which obviously I don't have yet because I haven't done this hunt board at all. So we have a wind up succubus and a treasure box. There's also a housing item, so an Ultima weapon, miniature for your house, and also all of the riding maps. I also quite like some of the weapons. Eventually I will probably try and get this bow. I think it has a nice colour. It's not flashy, it's not shiny, but you may want to just have a look and see if any of these weapons will be any use to you in your glamour. Okay, so let's move on to Old Gridania. I'm now at the leather working Aeorzean and we're going to move up into where the market board is. So everyone knows that there are vendors here, but I think sometimes we forget what items they sell. So here is a vendor that I think is often forgotten about. If you are a crafter, sometimes you need really low level items, occasionally even at real high levels. Do not forget this vendor is here, or at least use the one in your FC house. I have made a lot of money from selling vendor items, so these items, on the market board. For example, rock salt is one, so here you can buy rock salt for 3 gil. I have very many times bought a stack of 99 rock salt and sold it for 198 gil a piece. Easy money. The basic dye vendor is also here, so check here first before buying on the auction house. They are much more expensive on there. Okay, let's go find Jonathas. We're going to now move around. Let's see the map. So we're here. We're going to go right round to where it says Achievement Exchange. Okay, so Jonathas, Master of Rolls, is over here, and opposite him we have I always want to call her Millie. Millith Ironheart. She will give you the sightseeing log. If you complete the ARR sightseeing log, you do receive a minion. However, I always watch him Mioni's live stream. He has been doing this on Twitch, and I don't think I am going to get that minion ever. It was awful. Moving on to Jonathan. Now, this is based on what achievements you receive in the game. Over time, you will get achievement certificates, and you can exchange them here. So I have 28 because I think I've bought a lot of things. You can exchange them for different glamour items. So a ribbon. I can't show you these very well because I'm at Eorzean. Unfortunately, it doesn't show. The fat chocobo head, which is one of the actual head items that does show. Look at that. I can go from being a bunny to a big fat chicken. And in other, there are a lot of things. So there's loads of minions in here. The Cursor, Black Chocobo Chip, Minion of Light, Wind Up Leader, Odin, Warrior of Light, Goblin. I particularly like the Nanimo one. That's one of my favourites. You also have 3 mounts. So you can begin your mount collection here. So you have 3 mounts and also the Black Mage Barding. I think it's a really pretty barding, especially if you're at a lower level. It's a nice easy one for you to access, and it has the beautiful Black Witch's hat. Now, the other thing you need to do is make sure that you accept any of your achievements if you have completed them. This is a bit onerous, so you have to click each category. So battle, no. Crafting and gathering, no, I've got those already. But make sure you check, because sometimes you'll suddenly go, oh, I've been given a new minion. I've been given a new piece of gear. I clearly haven't done enough quests. Growing company. Oh, I have a shield. Oh, that's new. Try on. Oh. Okay. I don't think that shield's going to do a lot in terms of protection. And it's ugly. But there we go. So check these. As you can see here, I've already received quite a few minions from this. So we're going to end the tour with one last stop. Now this stop may seem quite simple to most people. However, I find this a very, very useful shop. So we are now at the Whistling Miller. You may wonder why we are going somewhere which simply sells flour. However, sunset wheat flour is a highly in demand commodity on the market board. You can buy a stack of sunset wheat flour, 99 for 396 gil. I sell this on the market board for around 300 to 400 gil each. So I generally make around 30,000 gil per stack of 99 sunset wheat flour, and it sells pretty frequently. This is something I tend to have at least 5 sets of flour at all times on the market board. So just a quick tip there, if you want to make some easy money, sell sunset wheat flour. Rye flour and cornmeal doesn't sell very well. Do not buy cornmeal, you will not make your money back. I tried, it's literally selling for about 10 gil on the market board, so you will lose money here. But sunset wheat flour, just double check your market board first, but this sells really, really well. And that, my fellow Eorzeans, ends our tour of Gridania. I hope it was useful in some way. I know it helped me discover the hunt board. If I've missed anything, please let me know in the comment section. And if you liked this video, then please subscribe to join our golden circle and enjoy more content. I aim to upload at least one video every week. Please feel free to suggest any ideas of videos you would like me to create. So until next time, I hope you all have a wonderful golden day.